Good morning.
Good
Happy
morning.
Thursday.
Good
Hope you're
morning.
having a good morning so far.
So far, so good.
And it's early, right? So it's always a good day before the day starts, especially when we get a good workout in. So we're going to have a fun time today. So what we're going to do is I have 4 different slots for us today, and we're going to be doing 2 exercises per slot, basically. And we're going to do 30 seconds of the first, 30 seconds of the second, and then move on to the next one. So we're going to go through that whole thing 4 different times. So I'll go ahead and go through what we're going to be doing. So we're going to do a mix of upper and lower body, of course, because this is total body strength. And you are going to need a set of dumbbells. If you would like a heavier and a lighter set, I do always recommend that. So that way you can challenge yourself, but then also back down if your form is a little off. So first off, we're going to start with front raises. So we're going to do front raises for 30 seconds. So dumbbells in front, straight out to the side and back down. We want to make sure we're not swinging back and forth here. If you're starting to do that, the weight's too heavy, using the shoulders and chest to come straight up front. So do that for 30 seconds, and then we're going to do side raises for 30 seconds. So arms straight out to the side, pinkies up and back down. So that's our first set of exercises. And then after that, we're going to move to the lower body. So we're going to have the dumbbells up here at our shoulders for some squats. So feet shoulder width apart, squatting down, squeezing the glutes, standing back up, making sure core tight, back is flat, knees are coming forward, standing all the way up. So we do 30 seconds of squats and then 30 seconds of reverse lunges. So stepping back, squeezing and coming back up. So from the side, chest comes forward, weight is in that front foot. All of our weight is directly above the arch of our front foot. And then after that, we're going to do some bicep curls here. So we're going to do hammer curls here. So hands facing each other. We're going to do a hammer curl into a shoulder press. So we're going to hammer curl, and then we're going to keep those hands together facing each other straight overhead and back down. So I'm too tall for this right now. So for these with the shoulder presses, we're making sure we're keeping our hands together. So forward here. So normally we have the palms facing forward, palms are facing together and back down. So palms together, up and then back down. Okay, and then after that, so curl into press, and then we're going to do some RDL. So feet shoulder width apart, hinging at the hips, pushing our hips back, keeping the back flat until we start to feel that stretch in the hamstring, squeeze the glutes and come back up. And then finally, we're going to lay on the ground and we're going to do some toe touches with the dumbbells. So bringing our hands towards our feet, back down, exhaling as we come up. And then we're going to leave these dumbbells here. The second set is going to be single leg lowering. So lowering 1 foot at a time, exhaling back up, lowering, exhaling back up. So we're going to go through that 4 times through. And then, yeah, that's going to be our workout for today. So we can go ahead and get started with our warm up here. And we're going to go ahead and be in our half kneeling position here. And we're going to warm up our hip flexors and our hamstrings. So in a half kneeling position, my left foot is on the ground, right knee on the ground. We're going to tug the pelvis, squeeze the glute of the knee that's on the ground, pushing those hips forward, raising that same arm of the knee that's on the ground overhead. Big, deep inhale through the belly. Exhaling. And one more deep breath. And on the exhale, we're going to rock back into that hamstring stretch. So toes to the ceiling, bringing our body as close to our leg as we can, also keeping our hips back and our back flat. It's going to give us a nice hamstring stretch. Big deep breath. And on the exhale, back to hip flexor. So we're going to do this one more time here. So hip flexor, squeezing that glute, pushing those hips forward. Breathing into the front hip, nice deep big belly breaths. And on our next exhale, rocking back into that hamstring stretch. And we can go ahead and exhale, and we're going to switch over to the other leg. So now my left knee is on the ground, right foot on the ground in that half kneeling position. Tuck the pelvis, core tight, push those hips forward, squeeze that glute, raising the hand overhead. Nice big deep belly breaths here, feeling that open up the front of our hip. And we're going to exhale into our hamstring stretch. So keeping that back flat, pushing those hips down and back to really feel that stretch in the hamstring. And exhaling one more each way. Squeeze that glute, raise that hand overhead. Nice big deep belly breaths. And rocking back, last one, hamstring stretch. Awesome. After your next exhale, we can go ahead and release out of that. And we're gonna go ahead and warm up our lower body a little bit more. We're just gonna do a couple air squats, get those hips and legs ready for our squats and lunges we're gonna be doing. So just doing a couple here, squatting down, squeezing those glutes, coming back up. We're gonna do about 5 to 10 here, really making sure we're opening those hips up, going down as low as we can. Feet are hip width. Great job. Let's go ahead and do 2 more. And last one. All right, and just get our arms nice and loose. We're gonna do a couple big arm circles going forwards. I'm gonna do 5 forwards, 5 backwards. I know I went backwards first. And we can go ahead and get started with our circuit. So we are starting with front and side raises over here. Front and side raises are first. Gonna start the timer here. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and go. So we're grabbing those dumbbells, front raises. So dumbbells to the sides, straight up front, back down. We're squeezing the chest and shoulders and back down. Awesome. Really making sure we're not swinging here. We're just using our chest and shoulders straight out to the front and back down. We're going to side raises in 3, 2, 1, straight out to the side. So now we're using a different part of our shoulder here. Going 2 parallel. We don't want our hands higher than our shoulders. We're just squeezing through our side delt here, straight out to the side. Don't forget to breathe. We got squats and lunges next. Getting ready in 3, 2, 1. So dumbbells straight at our shoulders or in the front, whatever's most comfortable. Squatting down, squeezing glutes, standing back up. So keeping that core tight so our pelvis is not moving. Knees track past our second toe. Squeezing, pushing through the whole foot, heel, big toe, little toe on the ground the whole time. 3, 2, 1. We got reverse lunges. So alternating, stepping back with each foot, keeping the chest directly over the arch of the front foot. Exhaling, coming right back up, squeezing those glutes. Great job. We got hammer curl to shoulder press in 3, 2, 1. So hammer curl, keeping our palms facing each other through the whole movement. So we're curling with our palms facing each other. We're pressing with our palms facing each other. Core tight, back flat. We got RDLs coming up next. 3, 2, 1. So feet are shoulder width apart, hips back, squeeze the glutes, stand back up. Making sure that our shoulder blades are pinned back. Whole foot pushing through the ground. Heel, big toe, little toe. Making sure our chin is slightly tucked as well. We got toe touches after this. 3, 2, 1. On the ground, exhaling, touching our toes. Really exhaling to make sure we feel that in our core as we contract through our lower stomach. Really squeezing the bottom part of our stomach to activate the core. 3, 2, 1. Single leg lowering. So we're lowering one leg at a time. Exhaling, coming back up. Lowering, exhaling, pulling with our stomach, not with our legs. Try and keep those legs as straight as we can. We're going to start back at the top with front and side raises. As soon as we're done with this, we got a few more seconds to go. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1. Stand it back up. We got front and side raises. To the front first. Squeezing our chest, squeezing our shoulders. Making sure we are staying nice and straight through our core and our back. Don't want to rock forward and swing the weights up. It's not using our muscles properly. 3, 2, 1. Side raises. Making sure we're squeezing the intended muscle. So this movement is going to work the outsides of our shoulders right here. So I want to make sure we're squeezing through there, keeping our shoulder blades down and back, and our shoulders are as far away from our ears as we can get them. We got squats and lunges next. 3, 2, 1. Dumbbells in the front, squatting down. Squeeze the glutes, come back up. So knees tracking past the second toe, squeezing the glutes, standing all the way up. I squeeze the glutes the whole way up. Like I said, we want proper intent here. So really focusing on the muscle group we're trying to improve here, trying to get our glutes stronger with these squats. Lunges in 3, 2, 1. Dumbbells to the side, stepping back, alternating each foot. Heel, big toe, little toe. Knee is tracking past our second toe. Chest directly above the arch. Great job, y'all. We got hammer curls into shoulder press coming up next. 3, 2, 1. So palms together the whole time. By together, I mean facing each other. So squeezing the biceps, squeezing the shoulders. Want a nice loose grip here. Great job. We got RDLs next. 3, 2, 1. Feet shoulders apart, pushing those hips back as far as we can. Squeeze the glutes to come back up. Only go as far down as you need to feel it in your hamstrings. You shouldn't be going all the way to the ground. We have a slight bend in the knee. Squeeze those glutes. Toe touches are next. 3, 2, 1. On the ground, on our backs. Dumbbells in the air. Exhaling, bringing the dumbbells towards our feet. Great job. Use that core. Again, don't want to use momentum here. Focus on pushing the hands towards your feet using your core. 3, 2, 1. Single leg lowering. Leave those dumbbells up. Getting a nice core assist. That's going to help us feel the core engaged a little bit more when we have some resistance in our hands here. Pushing the belly button into the ground as we exhale and lift up using our abs, not our legs. We got front and side raises coming up. 3, 2, 1. Stand on up. We're halfway through here. 2 more rounds to go. switching it up today. We're doing less pairs of movements, I guess you can call them, but we're doing more rounds. So I normally do 6 for 3 rounds. We're doing 4 for 4 rounds today. Side raises in 3, 2, 1. Pinkies up. So when I say that, you see my hand, I'm going straight up to the side. My pinky is staying up towards the ceiling. So we're driving through the elbows, feeling that engaging our side delt or the medial delt. It's going to give us that nice pop. You see people that work out a lot, you can tell they have shoulders because they have that nice pop. All right, squats and lunges, 3, 2, 1. Dumbbells in front or at your shoulders, whatever's most comfortable for you. But keeping that weight in front is going to help us have a little bit more balance through the movement. Making sure we're also not coming too far forward. Sometimes when the weights are at our sides, we tend to bend forward at the hips a little bit more. We want our chest to be up, back flat, core tight. Lunges in 3, 2, 1. So alternating, stepping back and behind. Knee is tracking past the second toe, just like with squats. We got hammer curls, the shoulder press after these, and then RDLs. Squeeze those glutes, focusing on the muscles we want to be working here. Hammer curls in 3, 2, 1. So palms face each other to the curl and the press and back down. Awesome. Keeping that core engaged. We're not rocking back and forth. Proper intent through the movement. You're doing awesome. Keep pushing. RDLs are next. 3, 2, 1. Feet shoulder width apart. Back flat, core tight. Push the hips back like you're closing a door with your butt. Making sure we are keeping our shoulder blades pinned back. Our core is engaged to keep our low back flat. This is a great exercise to strengthen our whole backside. Toe touches in 3, 2, 1. On the back, feet in the air. Exhaling. As we bring ourselves up with the dumbbells. Great job. We got single leg lowering after this. And then we got one more round. 3, 2, 1. Belly button. Pressing into the ground. Exhaling as we come up. Engaging that core just a little bit more. Using our core, not our legs, to come back up. Great job. We got front and side raises coming up next. Last round coming up. 3, 2, 1. Standing up, last round. Y'all are doing awesome. Pushing through this final round, and then we're gonna cool down. And then we'll get on with the rest of this overcast Thursday, which it does feel good after how hot it was yesterday. Great job. Keep lifting those arms straight up to the front. You got side raises here in 3, 2, 1. Straight out to the side. Pinkies up. Driving through the elbows here. We got squats and lunges after this. This is our last round, y'all. And then we'll go ahead and cool down, do a couple stretches, get our heart rates down. Great job. Squats coming up. 3, 2, 1. Dumbbells in front. Squatting down, squeezing glutes, standing all the way up. core tight, back flat. Last round of squats today. Squeeze those glutes. Proper intent here. Making sure we're driving through the hips. We got lunges in 3, 2, 1. Alternating. Knee past the second toe. Squeeze the glutes. Drive all the way up, making sure we're not putting too much weight in that back foot. We should be standing all the way up with just our front foot. Not pushing off the back foot. We got hammer curl into shoulder press and then RDLs. 3, 2, 1. Palms facing each other through the hammer curl, through the shoulder press. Keeping a nice loose grip. RDLs in 3, 2, 1. Feet shoulder width apart, hips back. Keeping our dumbbells as close to our legs and our bodies as we can. Keeping the pelvis tucked. Heel big toe, little toe pushing through the ground. We got toe touches and single leg lowering next. 3, 2, 1. On the ground, touching our toes. Exhaling. Using our core and not our momentum or our arms. We're pushing our arms towards our feet with our core. We got single leg lowering. 3, 2, 1. Belly button into the ground. Exhaling. Bring those legs back up. Really focusing on using the core, not our legs. Or to get that legs back up. Core tight here, pushing through, we're almost there. Finishing strong. 3, 2, 1, and we are done with the circuit. Great job, you guys. Go ahead and get a sip of water if you need it. I'm gonna walk it out a little bit. We are going to cool down for a few minutes. That window is cold, and now I'm not. Okay, we're gonna make our way onto the ground for our cool down here on our hands and our knees. So we're gonna do some quad fed rocks with our adductor stretch here. So getting a nice stretch through the hips. So hands and our knees. I'm gonna start with my left leg straight out to the side like a kickstand. Heel big toe, little toe on the ground. Keeping that core tight, back flat. We're gonna rock back, bring the glutes towards the heels. I wanna stay here for a second or two. Exhale, squeeze the glutes, come back up. So we're gonna do that a couple times here. Matching the movement with our breathing. We're slowing down the breath here. And one more here. Awesome. Let's go ahead and do the same thing now on the other side. So right leg out to the side like a kickstand. Heel big toe, little toe on the ground. And we're going to rock back, hang out there for a few seconds, squeeze the glutes, and come back up. You don't want to rush this. Moving slow so we can feel that stretch through the hip and the inner thigh of the leg that's straight out to the side. And last one, wherever we're at. Great job. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to make our way onto our backs now. We're going to stretch out our glutes a little bit more. So we're going to do the figure four piriformis stretch. So my left foot is on the ground, right ankle above the left knee. And if that's a good stretch, good tension for you, go ahead and stay there. If you need a little extra tension, interlace those fingers and grab either behind the knee or in front of the shin. Pull that knee towards your chest. Nice, big, deep inhales into the belly, breathing in through the nose, slowly exhaling through the mouth. Calming our bodies down, calming our heart rate down. And one more big inhale. And on the exhale, we can go ahead and release that leg. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So now my right foot is on the ground, right ankle above the left knee. And again, if that's a good enough stretch for you, go ahead and stay there. If you need a little extra tension, you can interlace those fingers and grab either behind the knee or in front of the shin, pulling that leg towards the chest. We should start to feel that stretch right under our glutes on the outside part of the hip. Breathing into the belly, feeling that low back expand. Exhaling, sighing away any tension we feel in the backs of our hips today. One more big inhale here. And slowly exhaling. You go ahead and return that foot to the ground and roll over onto your side or however is the easiest way for you all to get back up, or you can, whatever you guys want to do. That's all the time I have for this morning for this Total Life Strength class. So thank you all for joining me. I always love to see you all in here working hard. Don't forget, we do have a few more classes today. So we got 2 stretch breaks, one at 11, one at 2:30. So join us to get some nice stretching in during the middle of your workday. And then exercise with Exos is at 12 p.m. today. We do also have dance class with John at 12:30. So you can get some awesome workouts in. And then we do have abs core and mobility with Brittany tonight at 4:30. So don't miss out on any of those, as well as our virtual blood drive is going on. So sign up today for your donation in June to help out. We are also doing some competition there. So One Market is in the lead. So I know all of you guys here are from 111. So sign up so we can win and beat the other offices. And then we do also have Design to Run going on right now too. So you have until Monday the 17th to complete your race. So let us know if you have any questions on anything. Thank you all so much for joining me this morning, and great job. And I'll see you all soon.